Hello and welcome to the Hidden Gems Show. I'm your host, Safir Jamal. And this is the show where we usually interview local business owners from around the world and we get them to tell us about their story. But today, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We are super excited because we are joined today by award-winning YouTuber Sergio Sala, who is not a local business owner, but is actually an integral part of the digital nomad community. So we're really, really excited to have Sergio here. Hey, Sergio, how's it going?
Yeah, all good. I'm excited to be here too, and I'm looking forward to have this conversation.
Amazing. Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in Koh Phangan, Thailand. I just came from a conference, and I got to meet a lot of cool people here. So I'm excited to meet more of the digital nomad community.
Amazing. It's funny, you talk about the digital community. You've actually been part of this community for, was it 9 years or so right now?
It's actually more like around 11, let's say 10 plus years of being a digital
Okay.
nomad.
Incredible. You're an OG nomad. I love it. Uh, so
Exactly.
so how did you get started and how have the last 10 or 11 years of your nomad life kind of evolved? And yeah, give us a sense of kind of where you're at with that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we can talk about this for hours, but let's try to make it short. I was an architect at the beginning of everything. I studied that, and then I tried to do that. Didn't work that much. But when I tried to create my own studio, I actually built the website of our studio, and it was a hobby that I always had for so many years. I was like, wait a minute, I'm actually good at making videos. So I was like, why not like just try to do this as a freelance? And from there, I started getting my first clients. I became like a freelance web designer, and I slowly started traveling in 2000 something 14, 13. I was one of the first ones
Right.
traveling with my web design service, right? And then from there, I went and started sharing my life. I opened a blog in Spanish first. I share what I was doing. I got an audience, and to make it short, like a few years later, I decided, you know what? I want to make videos about this on English so I can make it global.
Yeah.
And yeah, like took the 4 or 5 years, and now I became like a full-time YouTuber, showing our lifestyle as digital nomads around the world.
That's incredible. I mean, I've been a huge fan. I've watched a lot of your city guides. I've watched a lot of your videos. A lot of the destinations that I've gone to have been inspired by what I saw your footage showing, and it really made me think, oh, I should go check out this destination that I wasn't thinking about before. So I think you've definitely put together an incredible library of content. How would you describe what it is that you do now, right? I mean, I know you're this famous YouTuber. You're really, really an integral part of our community. But when people ask you, like, how would you describe what it is that you do?
Yeah, so yeah, the way that I say it in a short one, so I went from architecture to web design to YouTuber, right? And what I do, my main core of the videos that I make is like I film city guides for digital nomads.
Right,
And I make it clear that it's for digital nomads because we are different than the travelers. Like when I go to a place, let's say Copangan, like I don't go only for the full moon party, which is one of the most
right.
important things to do here, which I still go, but I show, co-working spaces, co-living things. So things that digital nomads care. And also I try to stay at least 1 month in each place
Okay.
so I can really embrace the place. Of course, it would be better to even stay longer, but 1 month
Yeah.
minimum to understand the city. And I try to tell people like what are all the things to do in each place. I show the coffee shops, the activities, the areas, how the transportation, like everything a digital nomad will need to know of a city. It's on my city guides, and I've done more than 35 cities so far.
Wow. Incredible. And for you, what is it as your goal that's driving you in this mission, right? As you continue to go from city to city. I mean, I'm curious, what's your motivation here?
Yeah, I mean that's a hard question as well. So I guess because I'm one of the OGs and I see in the whole evolution of our lifestyle for the last 10 years has been very interesting, and I think it does come, and that's why I keep insisting to tell people that I am a former architect, because one of my passion is it's itself like cities. You know how cities
Mm.
are changing, evolving, adapting to globalization. And for me, yeah, that's the drive, like to create this archive of cities around the world, and we can watch them like few years later, if we want to, I don't know, let's see Chiang Mai 10 years later, like we can see our video and see what things are changed, and the people that we met, some are still nomads, some are not, some have a home base.
Right.
So it's yeah, it's all about an archive of our lifestyle through several cities, and that's what keeps me pushing the idea of moving like more. Because when I was a web designer, I was moving less. When I was a YouTuber, I'm moving even more to try to explore
Right.
as much as possible.
I love that. I mean, we've had many conversations, you and I, and we've hung out in a few different cities around the world. And I think that it's really interesting to hear your background as an architect coming full circle now, and like this lens of how you look at cities and the evolution of cities is something that we've actually never talked about before. And I never knew that about your perspective and how it shapes your day to day now. So I think that's fascinating. It's really
Mm.
cool. Right.
Yeah, because it's just interesting like how our digital nomads life gets involved in the city and we sometimes yeah like make some changes here and there, no? Especially in small towns.
Right, right. And I think that's exactly what we all want as nomads, is that we don't just want to like pass through a city in and out. It's like we actually want to pass through and feel like the city can leave a mark on us, right? Change us for the better, change our
Mm.
perspective, help shape us. And we're collecting these amazing experiences everywhere we go. So it really is like an integration of ourselves within the city. And we try to take public transport, eat at local restaurants, meet with some locals. It's not the typical tourist experience, right? So I love that
Yeah.
that's kind of core to what it is that you're doing. Very cool. You talked a little bit about the evolution of the digital nomad lifestyle, and that's very similar to how we see Global Nomad Pass and what we see our role as Global Nomad Pass in coming into this digital nomad community and actually providing an opportunity for digital nomads to do something that they haven't really done before, which is have access to
Mm.
this incredible membership that helps them discover hidden gems, support local businesses, and of course, unlock some unique discounts. You have used Global Nomad Pass in a couple of cities, right? So I'm curious. Tell us. I mean, what's been your experience with GNP so far?
Y- Yeah, it was very interesting when I found out about it first. I was like, "Wow, this is a very interesting idea, like something that maybe was lacking on our lifestyle for a while." And I like the Global Nomad Pass, like not only give discount to some places, it also show hidden gems, and also a cool thing because yeah, there's a few places that I will never know if we didn't like do it with GMP, like the in Fukuoka, Japan, there was this place with it like this Italian snack. It's like I wouldn't know those things, you know. And
Yeah.
then yeah, in Siargao, in Philippines, we went to this Chinese restaurant. That is also it's not a common thing to eat in the Philippines, you know. But we went
Right.
there and it was really nice and the whole experience. And actually, that place also has like a surf shop below. And that was really, really surprising for me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I thought it was only a restaurant. So at a surf
Yeah.
shop that, to be honest, if I knew about it before, because I went to this place, I don't know, like maybe in half of my journey there. And I was like, wait a minute, I should have come here and bought my stuff here because they had the discount. And I realized too late, no? So now I know I
Exactly.
need to explore all the places of Global Nomad Pass before.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, for us as a company, what's really important is supporting local businesses, right? And we really see Global Nomad Pass as a great way to help
Mm.
nomads discover these local businesses and support these local businesses and change their purchase behavior, right? Maybe instead of going to some multinational companies for certain things, you're just a bit more conscious. Throughout your 11 years as a digital nomad, I'm curious, how do you think about local businesses and you as a consumer in terms of supporting them? Has that been something that's been on your mind?
Yeah, I mean that's another reason that I like the project Loan All Pass. Like it's all about the local businesses. Everybody says that they're like the backbone of the economy, you know, in a lot of places. And for me, for example, like one of the places that I've been going a lot back is Chiang Mai, Thailand.
Mhm.
And going back to the same coffee shops, going back to the same restaurants, and then the people recognize you and they say hi to you, and it's just like it's so good to see that we also support them, you know, and not only through me, and if I recommended it, like even like me, I'm a YouTuber, not a slash influencer, so that like that's another thing. But even anyone who just say, hey, come to this coffee shop, this
Yeah.
word of mouth, it just brings like so much happiness for these people, you know. Like one case, for example, talking about another company, the Nomad Cruise, like when there's this company
Mhm.
that we go to. Let's say we went to Brazil, right? Then we have this, I don't know, 50 people all together, and there's this happiness of the owners of the local business when we fill up the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
I still remember these faces. There are sometimes that they want to take picture of us. You're like, oh, we had so many customers. Can we take pictures, please? It's so cool that you're coming here. You know, like
Exactly.
this support is just so nice. You know?
Absolutely. No, that's wonderful. It's what we want to do more of at a bigger scale, and I think the whole community feels like they want this, and we're driven by a set of values that are very different than what maybe some tourists are driven by, because that's not how some people think when they're traveling. But for us, it's really core to how our community sees our role, as we talked about earlier, is like actually supporting local businesses, being part of the city. It all just kind of works together, right?
Yeah.
So, since we've had our various conversations, and it's great to hear what you think about Global Nomad Pass. One of the exciting announcements that we have today here on the Hidden Gems Show is that Global Nomad Pass and Sergio Sala are actually going to be collaborating officially on some really, really exciting initiatives. One of them is going to be the official limited edition Sergio Sala Pass. So this is Global Nomad Pass, a special version of Global Nomad Pass specifically for Sergio Sala and his incredible followers. So yeah, Sergio, I mean, I think we're really excited to take this collaboration forward and to see what we can do. And always looking forward to seeing how you and your role and your unique perspective on the community can actually be brought into Global Nomad Pass, and what we can do together to kind of bring as much value to your community as much as possible.
I am also very, very, very excited. I'm thankful for having this opportunity. And yeah, like the whole idea is that, as I said, I really like the idea that you did. And I explored already three places that Global Nomad Pass are actually there, so I can validate that it works. And I have been to other places that Global Nomad Pass wasn't there, and I wish it
Yeah,
was there.
yeah,
So I think it's a great idea. And on the videos that I'm gonna make publish, there's gonna be some showcase of how to use Global Nomad Pass here and there. And yeah, like the whole idea too is to bring that to my audience as well. So I would love to see like whoever's listening to this and follows me, and if they get the pass, show me a picture, show me something, like it would be cool to see that this is like a thing that like a butterfly effect, like we're helping more local businesses through this program.
absolutely. Yeah. So what this is going to look like, and we can expect some further announcements coming in a few weeks, but this is going to be a special version of Global Nomad Pass that is exclusive, and it will be co-branded with Sergio Sala. And this will be something that you will get the opportunity to kind of follow Sergio along of his travels as he's supporting local businesses, discovering hidden gems throughout all of his different endeavors, with Global Nomad Pass right there by his side. And so, expect a lot more news on this, and expect to see a lot of more, interesting opportunities that come out of this collaboration. But we're really excited, and I think, on behalf of the entire Global Nomad Pass member base, we're excited to have you join the GNP family and to see what we can do together, because you bring such unique perspective to the digital nomad community that it'll be really great to kind of bring this to the next level.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy as well. And as I said, like this is all to support every. It's a win-win for everyone, I guess. Like for GMP, for the global businesses, for me, and for the subscribers, the audience. Like everybody wins because we discover new places, we help local businesses, we travel more. So I think it's a great collaboration.
Fantastic. Cool. Well, Sergio, if our viewers who are watching this want to check out some of your videos or want to learn a little bit more about you, where can we send them?
I am everywhere as Sergio Sala, Sergio Sala. You can find me easily on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, even though I barely use it, but it's somewhere there. All my social videos through my name. So yeah, you can find me. But of course, the main is YouTube, and you're gonna see there like there's a playlist of all the city guides that I done. Or you can also type a city, digital nomad city, and you can find like yeah all the ones that I done so far.
Perfect. He's a big deal. He's an award-winning YouTuber, so I think if you're looking for him, you'll definitely find him. But yeah, Sergio, thanks again. Really excited to take this forward, and yeah, looking forward to catching up in another city, hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, okay. See you next time. Thank you for the invite.
All right, cheers. We'll talk soon.